Hello everyone, today I thought I'd do something different today, make a tier list video. Yes, the 2018 thing that was all the rage. Sorry for being very, very late, but I just wanted to do this one thing now that I mostly know about all the pyro weapons. Now, let's start off with the D rank. Now, I am going to put the Sharpened Volcano Fragment at D because it doesn't do as much damage and it's basically just it lights your enemies on fire, and the only time it's really good is if it's like in like the Groot Keep or something where you can at least like set your enemies on fire, which that's the only good purpose for it. So I'm gonna put that at D. Same along with that name. I'll put it in captions right here. Okay. That item, this item right here. Terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's just a reskin, and the only reason why you'd want to use it is to just make enemies just like medics just very annoyed. Like they're just gonna get annoyed with you. And the next item I want to put here is the Hot Hand. Now, the reason why I'm putting this here is because it's absolutely terrible. 34 damage for a slap, and sure you get fast and everything, and you can like slap your enemy to death because you're very fast. It's not good. It's pretty terrible. And it's not good. And the next item is I'm putting this here. I mean, it's a regular shotgun, but it's basically just a reskin of this, but it does like 4+ damage, which is not that good. Next up, C tier. C tier. Wait, no, D tier. D tier right here. This is terrible. The gas passer, absolutely terrible. It does this weird thing where whenever you like throw it at someone, it counts them as gassed, but like whenever it's on the floor and everything, they don't get gassed for some reason. They can walk through the smoke and not get gassed. It's so annoying. The gas passer sucks unless it's on man versus machine. If it was on man versus machine, then it would go to S tier, but it's not. So yeah, it's pretty bad. Next up, C tier. C tier. I'm putting the thermal thruster up here because the only time it's good is to like do a getaway or to go to someone or do an intense pianoing, basically. And that's pretty much the only thing that's good for. The Lollytrop is the same thing as the stock axe, which is also what I'm going to put up here. The only good thing about the Lollytrop is, I mean, I'm pretty sure it random crits more, and it also can chop your head off with like an animation and stuff like that, but yeah, but besides that, it's pretty terrible. Next up is the detonator. The detonator is fine. It's not good. It doesn't do much damage unless it's like a mini crit with like burning players. I wouldn't recommend using it. It's not that good unless you want to like detonator jump or crap like that. Next up is the not the home wrecker. That's pretty good. The panic attack. The panic attack is only really good when you have the degreaser, and that's pretty much it for it. The panic attack, it has like, for some reason, whenever you shoot, the bullets like spread out even more, and I don't like that. Next up is the regular flamethrower. This is good, not as good. Actually, I'm gonna put that to B tier. B tier is where it kind of belongs. Then the stock shotgun. It's not as good. I mean, I would recommend it, but it's just not good. Like that, it's just not really good. Now B tier. I'm gonna put probably the flare gun in B tier because the only reason why is because it can do a critical hit for burning players, and it only is a 90 for a critical hit. And this is the man melter is basically just a reskin of the flare gun, but it has a different function and everything, but actually no, it's not really like a reskin. It's like calling the detonator a reskin of the flare gun, but yeah, for burning players, you deal a critical hit. Like if you have a burning teammate, you can just right click and you can have a critical hit. You basically can you can extinguish people with this. Next up is all of these, because all of these are just reskins. Not that. All these are just reskins. For some reason, it's good, not good, but I would recommend using it. The only reason why these are reskins is because if you hit someone with this that are burning, you deal a minute critical hit, and you gain a speed boost whenever you kill them, and it's just the same thing as the extinguisher. This is the reskin, by the way. Next up, I'm going to put this right here, the whatever you call it. Sorry, most of these weapons I don't know the name of, but this thing right here, the back scratcher. Yeah, now I know it. The back scratcher. It's fine. I mean, it's okay. I'm pretty sure it has a higher random crit thing, but not as good. Then the scorch shot. So much splash damage. So much. It's like a rocket launcher. It's like soldiers' rocket launchers. It has splash damage. It deals a good bit of damage, mini crits for burning players, and that's pretty much it. Now, moving on to the A tier. The reason why the Dragon's Fury is going all the way up here for A tier is because it triples the damage for the person you lit on fire. And that's pretty much the only reason why. Next up is the Maul. The Maul is really good because you can hit a sentry or like any building and it boom immediately kills it. It deals like a bunch of damage to buildings, but I don't know if that's good against players, but I mean it's pretty good. Next up, no, not yet. This thing. I don't know how you say it or anything. Some of these names I know, but I don't know how to pronounce it. This thing right here. It's fine, only against, like, wet players, so it's pretty much only good in, like, 2 fort or stuff like that. Not really good, but next up is the power jack. You know what? This is fine. I don't know how to pronounce it, but, you know, it's good and all. It's just, it does a bunch of damage to scouts who are wearing the entire, like, Predator set. The Predator is, like, an alien from that movie. It's good, not as good. And next up is the S tier. Yes, I know I saved a bunch of like weapons you think are crappy for this, but yes, they're good. The power jack gives you a plus 25 increased speed boost. It's really good once you are like in the heat of the battle for a power jack. And this is Team Fortress 2 physics for you because holding a power jack would weigh you down a ton, like make you slow as it heavy. But for some reason, I guess it makes pyro faster, so whatever. Backburner, no, that goes here. Backburner goes first. And the only reason why is because when you burn someone from the back, it deals critical hits. And that's just awesome, to be honest with you. It's just so good for, like, to freaking, you know, it's like for sabotaging. Sabotaging is really good for pyro for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just really good. Next up, the Homewrecker. I believe that's what it is. The Homewrecker is a sledgehammer, and it helps you against spies. Or it helps engineers against spies. Helping engineers against spies is really important because you never know whenever a spy will sap a, building for an engineer who just died. So, it's really good. Engineers will appreciate it. It's also a thing called pyro. Pyros equip it to help engineers. Next up, the degreaser. The degreaser is really good because it only takes 20% of your ammo to do an air blast, and it gives you, I believe, 25 health for if you extinguish a teammate. This is just a reskin of the degreaser. I just like how it looks. I mean, it's the pyro land and everything like that. That's for the pyro. That's for the pyro. That's all the pyro land sets. Now, what you've all been waiting for. The Phlogisinator. I think that's how you say it. The Phlogisinator. This right here is the most scariest weapon to play against. It's so good once you have it, but it's annoying to play against. That's what makes people hate it so much and love it so much. It's like perfectly balanced, but not perfectly balanced. No, it's like perfectly balanced for players and everything, not for the game. I would rather remove pyro or the Phlogisinator. That's what makes pyro my second favorite class. To be honest, I don't even know if pyro is my favorite class, to be honest with you. His weapons are really amazing and everything. It's pretty good. But yeah, that's my tier list for pyro. Pyro, in my opinion, is the second best class because of the damage he can do. Basically, if you do use him though, you are going to be called a WM1.